Hi friends, we're in Cranston, Rhode Island. That's just right outside of Providence, Rhode Island. We're staying at Wally's Airbnb and we thank him for sponsoring this episode of Gene and Renee Travel Adventures. Let's go into Providence and take a look around. I'll put a link in the description and in the comment section for Wally's Airbnb so that if you're in Providence or the area, you can check it out. Right, Jenny? This monstrosity is the Cranston Armory, originally built in 1907 to house the Rhode Island National Guard. Designed by William H. Walker and Sons, built by M. H. Houlihan, it cost $650,000 to build. That's 1907. In the 19th century, the armory site was first a state arsenal and then a mill. In 1895, the first Armory Commission bought the mill property and began building the armory in 1903. The armory was built to be compatible to those in Boston and in New York City. In addition to housing the Rhode Island National Guard, it was used as the Providence Civic Center from 1909 to 1981. In 1941, the Armory served as a statewide recruitment center for volunteers in World War II. However, in 1996, the Rhode Island National Guard moved out of the Armory due to financial reasons, and the Cranston Armory that you see here stands vacated and run down today. Providence is the capital of Rhode Island, one of the oldest cities in New England, founded back in 1636 by Roger Williams. He was a Reformed Baptist theologian. In fact, he named the city, originally it was Providence Plantations, but he named it Providence because he believed in divine providence, that God had led them there. Since it's a port city, the elevation's not very high. It's 10 feet above sea level. In earlier times, Providence was known for industrialization, textile manufacturing, making jewelry and silverware. According to the 2020 census, Providence had a population of 190,934, and that makes it the third most populated city in New England. Metro is about 1.5 million or 1.6 million. Providence is home to numerous universities and college. Some of those include Brown University, Johnson and Wales University, Providence College, Rhode Island College, Rhode Island School of Design, and when you need it, there are 8 hospitals in Providence. Stayed at Wally's Airbnb, and it's in Cranston, Rhode Island. That's just minutes away from Providence, like 10 minutes from Providence and TF Green Airport. It's a first floor unit, and he made us feel really at home. It comes with all the amenities, on-site parking, spacious private yard with a grill. You'll see that a little bit later, a grill and a big back deck. And you can, as you have your family there, plenty of room, especially if they're there in warmer weather. Got a washer and a dryer, free Wi-Fi and streaming services. And when I say free Wi-Fi, I'm not talking about the cheesy Wi-Fi that you're buffering all the time. It is super fast download and upload speed. So good job there at Wally on that. Central air conditioning and heat. Comes with plenty of storage for all your needs, and pets are welcome which is always important to us. Wally, thank you so much for providing us a nice place to explore Providence, Rhode Island, and we recommend this place to you and your family when you're visiting Rhode Island. I'll put a link so that you can connect with his Airbnb and rent it for yourself in the comment and description section. Thank you again, Wally, for sponsoring this episode of Gene and Renee Travel Adventures. This monument reads, "By this memorial, the city of Providence commemorates the loyal courage and fidelity of all her citizens who served in the World War, whose high example still summons us to love and serve our country." Always interesting when you see monuments like this to the Great War or to the World War, and it predates World War II. This was for World War I. This is the First Baptist Church. It was founded by Roger Williams in 1638. You'll remember he's the guy that founded Rhode Island. This is the oldest Baptist church in America. It's the oldest church in the state of Rhode Island, and this meeting house was erected in 1773. When I went to the door to see if I could go in and take a look at the inner part, the sanctuary, the secretary, nobody was there. But I knocked on the door a couple of times, and a construction worker came there, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he said, yeah, come on in, and he let me look in the sanctuary, and so I took a video of that too, and that's what it looks like. As we're wrapping up our trip here to Providence, this hilltop has been an important and strategic location throughout the history of Providence. In early days, there was a beacon to use for communications between settlements along the bay. Later, at the beginning of the Revolutionary War, a tall beacon was erected as part of the system of defense and fortifications for the area. In 1863, the land for the park was purchased by public-spirited citizens and donated to the city as a public park. A retaining wall was built, creating a terrace overlook that became a very popular park with benches, a carriageway, tall flagpole, and ornate central fountain. This commanding location was also selected for a grand monument to honor Roger Williams and to serve as a resting place for his remains. There were various proposals, but a commemorative monument was not realized until decades later. With the city's 300-year anniversary in 1936, there was a renewed interest and commitment to paying tribute to Roger Williams. The park was expanded to almost triple the original size. The original design that they had was scaled back, and the monument, as built, is only the upper section of the design, including the portal with statue, repository for Roger Williams' ashes and time capsule, as well as an overlook terrace with walks and lawn. While the statue of Williams is mainly visible from the street below, visitors to the park still enjoy a magnificent view of Providence and the western hills beyond. We're reminded in the words spoken at the 1939 dedication of the memorial, "Constructed as it is, not for our generation alone, but for all generations that will follow. It stands in its majesty, solidity, and permanence, an everlasting tribute to the founder of our state and to his statesmanlike ability, tolerance, and justice. All right, we're just leaving Providence, Rhode Island. Gorgeous city. Now, I'm not sure about the rest of Rhode Island, but I can tell you that the city itself, Providence, is a very nice city. I mean, you've got the old historical, gorgeous historical district, and it's intermixed with the commercial, new modern buildings, and Providence is nice. I'd always wanted to see Rhode Island. One of my uncles, Bob Drew, was from Rhode Island. He's passed away now, but it was really neat to see that and to kind of wonder what it was like when he was growing up. Maybe he went into Providence, don't know. We're headed next to Connecticut. We do want to give a big shout out to Wally. His Airbnb there in Cranston, Rhode Island, sponsored this episode of Providence. So thank you, Wally. And we highly recommend his Airbnb. We'll put a link to that in the comment and description section. All right, next stop, we'll be in Clinton, Connecticut, and we'll be filming in Madison. Can't wait to show that to you.